Hey y'all, Kellen here. Welcome back to our channel and welcome to another video. But if you're new here, I'm an artist and my husband Tom and I love Halloween. We post all kinds of Halloween related videos, including DIY projects, product and prop reviews, as well as our makeover series, where we take ordinary Halloween props and animatronics, make them scary, and tell a story. Now, if you're patiently waiting for our next prop makeover, don't worry, that'll be out next week. So hit that like button and subscribe, that way you don't miss out on any future videos. We currently have an ongoing series called Is That Your Prop?, where we take a closer look at high-end Halloween props and animatronics from some of the top Halloween companies. So grab your candy corn, sit back and enjoy episode 2 of Is That Your Prop?, featuring VFX Creates. Let's get you something to eat, princess. You're getting really rowdy. Alright. What do you want to eat? Don't look at the camera, look at me. What do you want to eat? Brains? We all know you're gonna go starving because there's not much going on up here, so you know, stop looking at the camera. Come on, focus. Let's find something to eat. You want some bologna? You want some, Stop looking at the camera. Stop biting me! What is wrong with you? No, not the camera! Before we get into this episode, I have a little favor to ask you all. If you wouldn't mind wishing Tom a happy 38th birthday in the comment section below. He's one of those people that gets super embarrassed and turns bright red when anybody wishes him a happy birthday, so go for it. Let's jump right into episode 2 of... Hold on a second. Ah, much better. Ew, I just spit. Let's bring these two ladies out. See if I still got it. In the words of Scorpion, get over here. Too close, back up. Much better. Let me give you some background on the company VFX Creates. Some of you may know them as Robot Monkey Lab, but Patrick Voss has been creating augmented reality since 1974. I was still an embryo, so he's been doing it for a really long time. Patrick and his team of geniuses really have some spectacular props and spectacular work. I can't compliment them enough on the build quality and design, ingenuity, and just overall wow factor of these props. In 2012, Patrick and his team created Sidewinder Sally. It was a variation of their attack line puppet, to which he actually went back to the drawing board, completely redesigned it, and relaunched the attack puppet line that you see here and in many other versions. They have werewolves, mummies, zombies, vampires, the list goes on. They also do custom work. Along with their attack line, they also have their lunging line, which features various props like Jack-in-the-Box, zombie heads, evil elves, all coming flying out of these brilliantly designed crates. In addition to these two product lines, they also have their bungee line. You may have seen those in various TransWorld videos. They're props that attach to your wrists and can be thrown at guests and then bungeed back without any harm. Well, I'm sure there has been some harm, but at no fault of VFX. That brings up another point. These particular props, and really all of the props in their product line, require being in the hands of the appropriate actor. These are very expensive props, and yes, if you put them in the wrong hands, just like a silicone mask or really any props, they can get damaged. You also want to put them in the hands of an actor that can really sell the prop. Something like the attack line, you really have to play up the acting element as well as being a puppeteer, and that goes for their lunging line as well. VFX has clients all over the world, from Six Flags theme parks, Netherworld Haunted House, SeaWorld, Universal Studios, Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and so many more. I can't tell you how often I see especially their lunging puppets. Both of these props include the Puppet Master sound system. They will knock your ears off. They're about 100 decibels a piece, and they also come with 4 programmed and triggered buttons to access each one of the sound effects. In addition to that, you get access to the VFX sound library, to which you can use a USB cable and upload up to 4 different sound effects from their library to these props. I've been talking enough. I know you want to take a closer look at these 2 amazing props. Let's just get right into it. I'm taking this one.
All right, girl, let's take a step back. So I wanted to just take a moment, kind of go over what this actually looks like and talk about a few things with this prop. We absolutely love this prop, and I think what I love the most about it is the fact that she can be so many different personalities. You can make her really spastic and make her really bounce around all over the place. You can make her kind of, you know, friendly and maybe a little bit shy or something like that. You know, she can play sweet and maybe lay down. She tries to bite the hand and things like that. So I'm gonna switch her on so you can hear some of her audio. Her switch is just inside. Turn her volume up a little bit. And her buttons are actually hidden inside of her leg, right here. There are 4 buttons and you can feel them. It makes sense to have your hand on her leg. Now the camera's kind of cutting her off a little bit down there. Maybe if I step back, that's a little bit better. Here's some of the sounds you can actually play with. Good one. Calm down. Now that is a looping sound, so that one will play over and over again. You also have just... I know, you like brains, I know. You're a good girl, she's such a good girl. And then you have kind of just the heavy breathing sound that you can do with her. She's so much fun. A couple things I also want to go over. You saw that I wore a black t-shirt underneath. I just find that helps hide the illusion underneath here. That way when your skin or somebody like me who has tattoos that are easily recognizable, you can't see them or see your arm, and it helps reinforce that illusion a little bit more. Another thing I want to go over is if you live in an area where it's hot, be prepared to take a few breaks with this prop. We live in Texas. It gets very toasty here, especially around Halloween. It's not abnormal to be around 80 degrees, and you obviously have to wear the hoodie. They also make a lab coat, which we have as well. The lab coat is a bit lighter, however, it's still quite warm. So a substitution to wearing a long sleeve underneath, you could use one of those athletic sleeves where it's just a black band on your arm. That would work perfect as well. I also like to layer a different colored t-shirt over the top. That way it just kind of tricks the eye a bit more and people think, oh, I have a white t-shirt under here, so there's no way I would see the white t-shirt going into her stomach. You have to have somebody who can play along with this prop and just kind of, you know, give her different personalities. She loves the camera. It's one of her favorite things, right? Don't you? And you know, she likes to lay on the shoulder a bit. Sometimes she bites and you just have to kind of push her head back away, and she gets a little angry about it. She really does not like it when you push her head away, right? You don't like that. No, she doesn't. You know, when you have her follow around, I mean, one of the funnest things you can do is you can kind of talk to her and pretend like you're looking around, and if you know there's somebody behind you, especially that kid that's terrified, you know, you can just out of nowhere, you know, make her look like she's coming and lunging back at people. You really have to play around with this prop, and you can have so much fun with it. You definitely don't want to put it in the hand of an actor who will be rough, because it is made out of foam, and while it is durable and meant to be used, she's not really meant to be thrashed on the ground. I saw that there are some people that use these where they have them tackle to the ground. We did do that in our display, however, we did it on an area where we had a pad for me to fall down on, and that just worked out so much better because I didn't have to worry about her getting all scuffed up, especially her feet. There's also another bungee cord. Underneath the harness here as well, there's another bungee cord, and you can actually bungee her feet up, if I can get it on her, like this. Then you can pull the hoodie back down around it and pull her pants over the top. And this will help hold her legs up around your torso a bit more. She's just absolutely amazing. We love her. You know, I like that you can make her climb up. Sometimes she kind of likes to bite your head. She likes to laugh. Ooh, man. Oh, I know, brains. There's not much going on up here, but you know that already. Also with the sound, if you want to cancel the sound, all you have to do is basically push the button once and then push it again, and it will cancel out all of the sound and audio that you're trying to play. You really can play around with it. This is a prop you're gonna wanna get used to. You're gonna wanna get an actor that's familiar with using it. Sometimes she just likes to freak out and, you know, She really wants to get at that camera. I don't know why every time she wants to get at that camera, but I guess it's just one of those things. As far as the fist color, if this does not match your skin tone, they can't accommodate that, just shoot them an email. These snaps right here on her hand, these are button snaps. Do not rip them off by pulling off on the hand. That's just going to weaken that button where it's attached. You want to grab from behind the hand and then snap it off. And as you get good with it, you can kind of see when I turned around, you can make her wave, put her hand on your shoulder, and then just by turning around and talking to her and calming her down, because you know she gets excited and a little bit bouncy, you can turn her around, you can just attach that hand right back to the front, and then you're good to go. She does have some really beautiful glass eyes in there, and the guys at VFX and gals did an amazing job on her, not only her costuming, but also the sculpt and paint job. She just looks amazing. And this prop scares the shit out of any one of the kids in our neighborhood. This is one of the props that we have been asked a couple times to put away or keep away from a few of our neighbors' kids, just because it has led to sleepless nights and screaming nightmares. Good job. You like that, right? Yes, I know you like that. Are you hungry? Yeah. She's just over it. She just wants to be on camera, and she just, stop biting me. She just wants to bite me, and I don't know. I think she's just hungry, and yeah, man, she's just really grouchy, but now she's fixated on the camera for some reason, so I'm not. Stop looking at the camera, girl. We're doing something here, all right? So I cannot recommend this prop enough. She is really fun. Definitely get a forearm workout. She weighs about 8 pounds, which is not light, but it's not terribly heavy. You're gonna wanna work your forearms out a bit and just get used to puppeting her around. You can make her very shy. Oh, she's shy, and she just, you know, she doesn't wanna look. You know, and you can turn, oh, she keeps turning her head away, you know. Yeah, I know, girl. Or you can do the breathing. Absolutely love it. I know, brains. Stop. And then, of course, you can move around with it. You want to get comfortable before you start really moving around in it, and make sure you're in an area where you're not going to trip and fall or trample over little kids. That's very important, but you definitely can have her come at you. She's awesome. But when she wants something, I mean, she wants something. So, all right, let's go. Now, these two particular props we purchased around 2 years ago. We purchased them during a TransWorld sale. They were slightly less expensive than they usually are, but these are expensive props. They're worth it. These props have so much thought and ingenuity that has gone into them. They not only respect the actors that are carrying them throughout the night, but they also are incredibly innovative, and they get the most reactions out of the people who visit our yard haunt. Now, we have some pretty bold children in our neighborhood. Mr. Kellen and Mr. Tom are always doing really scary stuff, so it's not unusual to see a beheaded bride or random Halloween props throughout the year in our backyard, in our front yard, and in our garage. Since they've become so used to our scary antics, it's very difficult to scare even the littlest of our monsters. However, I will say that these two props terrify every child in our neighborhood. You gotta give the prop credit. These particular props, there's really no mechanical parts to them. There's no pneumatics to fail or anything like that. The greatest risk is going to be the hands of the actor or yourself that you put them in. You don't want to be too rough with these items. If you have an actor that maybe has a little bit too much energy or gets a little bit too excited, you definitely don't want to put these props in their hands, because it's very likely that they are going to be destroyed. Now, with the Biohazard box that lunges out, there is a safety element that is involved with that prop that you need to be aware of. You have to have somebody that is going to use that prop responsibly and not hurt somebody. You have a face flying out of a crate. If you are too close to somebody, you will smack them with it, and it probably will hurt. Now, they won't die, but they'll probably be pissed. Not a good thing to have on Halloween. Another good idea is beef up your forearms. I think it's around 8 pounds or so. Holding it like this, your forearm will get extremely tired by the end of the night from rotating around and lifting up and down. I was able to carry this prop around for for about 45 minutes where I needed to actually stop and take a break and then go back at it. I can't imagine having this thing on all night continuously, so be sure to plan for that. We love VFX Creates, and they have some really unique and amazing props. I absolutely love the 2 purchases from them, and they scare the shit out of anybody that we show them to. For us as home hunters, they're just great. We take the zombie puppet out many nights before Halloween, and when we have people coming and visiting the display, we always have her clinging to our shoulder. The Biohazard box just scares the crap out of anybody. I haven't shown it to an adult who hasn't jumped back and completely been caught off guard by the fact that the head comes flying out of the box. Hope you guys enjoyed episode 2 of Is That Your Prop? Featuring VFX Creates. And if you didn't, I guess make sure you're not infected with the T virus and watch it again. That's it. I'm done.